And good evening, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the CIA, the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and welcome to Cosmic Connections for this Wednesday night. We're going to be talking about the new moon that's coming up in Pisces, and that's coming up on the 20th, technically, although that would be technically, we're going to be, I wonder, oh, yes, we are on. My Facebook keeps on reminding me to come on, so I'm just going to tell it I'm here. Uh, so in any case, welcome. There we go. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. So circle your calendar, friends. We have this lovely new moon coming up, and it's in Pisces, and we're going to be going into the Pisces time of the year: compassion, kindness, intuition, spirituality, oneness is all the Pisces energy. It's going to be happening, again, this is Eastern Standard Time. The new moon is at 2:06 in the morning, early on 2023 is our new moon in Pisces. And wherever you may be on the planet, of course, it's going to be a little different. But welcome everyone who is listening. Please let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to know. Hi, Christine, Debbie, Cindy, Linda, Susan. Overdue for a visit, Susan. Lynn, Sherry, Donna, Kathy, Paula, Janet, and Diane. I have to tell you, Susan, I spent the weekend with a mutual friend, and some of you may know her. She's an amazing psychic medium, Karen Reese. We spent the weekend in California for the Conscious Living Expo, and I could write a book on the Conscious Living Expo. If you've never gone, try to make it out there one year, because we're talking 500 vendors, 500 vendors, 5 times as many participants, and it's California, right? I mean, it's California, friends. This little girl from little Buffalo, New York, was overwhelmed half the time with all the wild and craziness. But I loved it too at the same time. Anything for the experience. The Sabian symbol, by the way, when I went out there was a caravan going westward. I mean, you can't make this up. So welcome to Cosmic Connections. What we do, we take a look at the astrology of the week, and then we do some spiritual messages. And I invite you, dear friends, to share if you'd like, because anyone who shares this while we are talking will receive a Lunar Lights video as a gift. And so I hope you enjoy this and would like to share it with your friends. So this has been an extraordinary week. I mean, every week, every day, it gets more and more extraordinary, or so it seems. I'm going to bring in a little slideshow into the room and talk about some of the notable moments that are coming up this week. And so today was a notable moment, right? And that was around 7:25 Eastern Standard Time, when Venus and Neptune were conjunct. And they were creating a little bit of a square to the moon as well. So what is that about? Venus is love. Neptune is God's heart, and coming together in the compassionate sign of Pisces, that can behold compassion and sensitivity, sometimes tears, sometimes grief, and sometimes confusion at the same time. So you want to look wherever 23 degrees of Pisces is in your chart, because that's being activated right now as we speak. And as it's activated, it means a new cycle of, I believe, forgiveness, compassion, and taking care of business, of the numinous, of maybe connecting with spirit. Now, things shift tomorrow. Sun-Saturn conjunction. Whoa, Saturn is deliberately karmic, right? And then it only happens once a year. But when the Sun and Saturn do a little dance at 27 degrees of Aquarius, it's basically saying you have to reap what you sow. All right, you have to reap what you sow. And then the next day, at the 17th of February, at 11:48 in the morning, we have a conjunction as Pluto makes its last stand in the sign of Capricorn. The old order, my friends, is dissolving. What do I mean by that? Remember, the CV crisis, right? The coronavirus crisis, whatever, that began January 12th of 2020 was the conjunction of Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn at 22 degrees of Capricorn. And that was a reminder to us that the power elites in our own personal lives and in the external world, they have to be revealed. They have to be revealed, and they have to have some crumbling in the process, because we are moving so frantically forward to the Pluto and Aquarius. And by the way, those of you who are members of the CIA, I know Lynn Bell is going to be doing a marvelous, wonderful job with a webinar on that very topic. Not just Pluto going to Aquarius, but Saturn going into the sign of Pisces. As for myself, I'm going to be doing some retreats on this topic, on the transpersonal energy that's coming down in 2023 in a couple of weeks. So, I left some links at the beginning of this webinar so you can connect with the CIA. And please get your edition of the Time Lords. It's free. All you have to do is go to the front page of the CIA, or maybe investigate also some offerings with myself. So those are some notable moments. And I thought I would include this as a moment because, Pisces or Neptune is indicative of things we can't see, touch, or feel, right? Like spirit, or like viruses. And this just came out this week. I thought this is very relative and relevant to us because it's a non-discriminatory bill that is being presented by Senator Rand Paul. It basically says, listen, guys, if someone has not opted to have the CV shot, they can't be denied health care. Oh, yeah, you think that doesn't happen? Well, apparently it's happened quite a bit in the past few years where people needed, for example, transplants, and they were denied. So this is in the works. That's a very Neptune, Venus, compassionate story. All right. Now, has everybody looked it up in the sky this past week? Look up. I think there's the name of a movie along those lines. It was a UFO movie. I don't know. But anyway, this is no conspiracy theory. This is from NASA, right? We've had a solar vortex. I'm sorry, I spelled that wrong. I'm thinking about astrological vortex. I beg your pardon. It was a solar vortex. All right, so what that was, it just happened a few days ago. There was this part of the sun that broke away, and scientists know not why. All right, so this part of the sun pushing off. There's been some reports that actually impacted in South America some of their electrical grid. So I think this is really interesting, right? Because especially, look, I just came back from California, and I can't tell you, there's so much discussion about frequency on the planet. And there's the bottom line takeaway was keep your own personal frequency high, your positivity up, because there's actually scientific astronomical changes on our planet, and this is one of them that has happened this past week. And then, of course, we're all looking up in the sky the past week because we had, between Canada and the United States, there were 3 shoot downs of unidentified flying objects, right? We all know about that. That was pretty strange. This is the latest word from the White House. All right, the Biden administration says that the thousands of UFO sightings in the skies are probably not aliens. Okay, they're unidentified, but they're probably not aliens. I love the wording here, right? But again, UFO enthusiasts are very excited. I took some classes out in California on disclosure. I don't know. There's a lot more here than meets the eye. And of course, my friends, the astrology does indicate that. This happened in my hometown today in Buffalo, New York. The horrific, racially motivated, hate-filled massacre back at 5/14 of 2022. The suspect who admitted his guilt was in the courtroom today. And this is a perfect Saturn conjunct Sun, right? The karma. When we think of judges, we think of Saturn. The judge says, There is no place for you or your ignorant, hateful, and evil ideologies in a civilized society. She stated, there can be no mercy for you, no understanding, no second chances. You see the contrast here, Saturn conjunct the sun. So this is a very compelling story. Now, this is just the state legal proceedings, right? The feds are going to be looking at this case on Thursday when Saturn is conjunct the sun, and there might be more Saturnian results. Let's put it that way. My friends, this is all leading to the new moon. The new moon is taking place, as I said, early, very early on the 20th of February Eastern Standard Time. Now, this is a really interesting chart because number one, we have Venus within minutes of going into Aries. Now, anytime this year, the calling card of 2023 is Aries, with the North Node going in Aries this year and Jupiter in Aries, Chiron in Aries. So Venus is going into Aries within minutes of this new moon. So we start feeling kind of excited. There's a vibrancy this upcoming week, next week. We start getting more focused on what we want to do because the new moon is going to be very close to an out of sign conjunction with Saturn, Mr. Sirius. All right. So get going, friends. There's been some things you've been wanting to do. This new moon next week is the time to take action through your lens of imagination, through your heart of compassion, and just make it happen wherever you find 1 degree of Pisces. Now, the 1 degree of Pisces, its Sabian symbol is a squirrel hiding from hunters. So, friends, are you the squirrel or are you the hunter? So this is a very interesting symbol, right? Are you afraid or are you maybe hunting your own fear? I don't know. You want to play with this image. This is the new moon's energy. Mercury is going to be opposite Black Moon Lilith. Whenever I see Black Moon Lilith, I see things beneath the surface that are not obvious. It's the occulted moon energy. It's the secret moon, right? And so Mercury opposite the Black Moon Lilith is saying, I really want to know. I want to know what's going on up in the skies. I want to know what's going on. So there's an enthusiasm about doing research, for example. Ceres will be opposite Vesta. And I don't know about you, but I want to get on the nutrition bandwagon. And that's a question for the week. Anyone else wanting to uptake their nutrition? Not diet for diet's sake necessarily to lose weight, but just to be healthier. So that's the energy of this new moon. Mars is trining Mercury. Excitement about communication, excitement about doing research and taking care of paperwork. Black Moon Lilith is trining Chiron, forgiving the feistiness, forgiving the maverick within yourself or perhaps outside of yourself. I already mentioned Saturn is an out of sign conjunction to the new moon. So we have a serious type of energy that is impacted with this new moon because of that conjunction with the karmic planet of Saturn. So hello, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to be doing a drawing here in just a moment of people who are kind enough to share this while I'm speaking. Hi, Rebecca. Good evening there, Nancy. Hi, Linda, Maria. Rose is a faithful sharer. Thank you, dear Rose. And great to see everybody. Hi, Susanna from West Covina, California. Is that near LA? I don't know, Susanna. Maybe you were at the expo. Who knows? But very cool. Mexico. Thank you for being here from Mexico. I posted. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing, Darlene. All right. Okay. Grateful to you too, Candy. Okay, Susan. I will definitely check out the private message. I will view what you sent me. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. Hello, hi, Sue Marie, Lynn, Joni, hi, Sue Marie. Friends, Rose, this is resonating with you, right? You've been hiking lately to get back in shape. Hi, Jan. I know you're in California, Kathy. You know I would be up to see you if I could. I was, people say, oh, have fun in California. I saw the 4 walls of a hotel. It was a nice hotel. I couldn't tell you what the weather was like. But, California is a special place, especially when you could go vacation there, right? So I wasn't a vacation. It was friends and networking and lots of fun doing what I love most of all, which is connecting with with truth seekers. So friends, we're going to talk about that new moon and how it's impacting you. So if you are in Aries or Aries rising, this new moon is your time to go within, to do a lot of soul searching, to rest a little bit more, retreat a little bit more, connect with the God of your understanding, right? Just do some meditation and give yourself allowance, Aries, if you're tired over this next month. This is your prep time. This is your time to go within and shore up your intuition. If you're Taurus or Taurus rising, this new moon is asking you to connect with friends. Really connect with that wonderful group that is yours, your like-minded group in the next month or so. For Gemini or Gemini rising, the new moon is asking you to take the lead in your career, whatever that might mean for you. And if it's not a job, well, maybe outside in the community and take a leadership role and really strut your stuff, Gemini. Really be proud and be very strong in your leadership skills. For Cancers or Cancer risings, you may be wanting to do a little traveling over this next bit of time, this next month, because it's activating your ninth house. The ninth house is your truth. If you are Leo or Leo rising, use this energy, Leo, to really spend some time elevating your personal power, your spiritual power, your emotional power, your psychic power. It's about power for the Leos. For the Virgos, it's about your partnerships. It's about your BFFs, your significant others, about being kind and compassionate. And if you are looking for someone special, Virgo, this new moon energy is a great time to emotionally put that message out to the universe and attract someone special to you. For Libra or Libra rising, okay, I don't know about you, Rose, but when you mentioned about hiking it into better shape, I'm a Libra rising, so I'm really very focused on my health in the next month or so. This is very good for the Libras to take care of their health and take care of their work schedule. For Scorpio, activate your creativity, your fun, your time with children, your romantic self. Be creative. For the Gemini, it's all about your home and family. You might want to take some time to become more connected with your family members or do some sort of rehab or actual deep cleaning within your home. For Capricorn, take care of your paperwork, take care of your schedule, maybe retool your schedule and take care of your self-talk. And don't be so judgmental of yourself, Capricorn. For Aquarius, this is all about your self-worth and value, and Aquarius may be wanting to look at ways to improve their income. And all eyes are on the beautiful Pisces this time of the year. Once we hit the Pisces new moon, Pisces is like a second birthday. And if your birthday happens to fall on February 20th, it's a very important year for you. When our birthday falls on the new moon, we are in the driver's seat for that year. And that's not it's not a random thing at all. So I hope you all were able to get something out of those little nuggets for the new moon. It takes place on Monday, but we're still going through the dark of the moon right now. We're letting go. We're trusting God to take a lead because we're going soon into what's called the balsamic time of the lunation cycle. And that's about letting go and resting up and physically preparing ourselves for the new moon. So the winner of our new moon video for this week of sharers is going to be Miss Marty Weber. Marty Weber. I didn't see your name here today, but it doesn't mean you're not in the room there, Martha. So thank you for being a watcher of the Cosmic Connections and also for being my friend. So thank you. Did I skip Sagittarius? I might have, Joan. I talk so fast, but just as a reminder, Sagittarius new moon, it's about home and family, being closely connected with your family. I think I did say that. And perhaps also doing what you can to develop a more homey nest for the Sagittarians. Okay. Thank you all for being here. And Rose, you've been getting back into your jewelry making. Oh, that's perfect. And you're welcome just to add some comments here anytime I do this, friends. So Rose, the Scorpio, is going to take this time to her advantage to be more creative. All right. And Marla is the Libra. So that's work and health. And so, friends, please understand these lunations, it's kind of artificially, what I do is an artificially Reader's Digest, superficial astrology, but at least you know that these are certain times of the year. If you don't know your time of birth, you can just use your solar chart, right? A couple things for you astrology fans, love astrology, right? Check out the offering this Sunday night at 7:30 through Lilydale Assembly. I left that link on the beginners part of this webinar, lilydaleassembly.com. .org, and 7:30 on Sunday night. Myself and Patricia Bell, we do a astrology cafe once a month. So please join us for that. And tomorrow night, if you're interested, I'm going to be doing a new moon in Pisces class. That's also on my website. And don't forget the CIA's Time Lords magazine. Just go to their website and you too can have a wonderful reading experience with some of the best astrologers on the planet. Let's do our spiritual work now. So how I do this, if you're new to this, please be in the room for receiving a spiritual reading. I do this randomly, and I close my eyes, and I just do a couple quick messages, because a shout out to Lilydale again. I grew up near that worldwide center of spiritualism just south of my home in Western New York. And I was trained by some magnificent mediums. There are magnificent mediums there. And it's near and dear to my heart, right? I still teach at Lilydale in the summertime and also at the Fellowships of the Spirit. Amazing place, this Western New York. Who'd know, right? Who'd think that little Western New York would be the hotbed of spirituality? Well, it is. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. And my thumb is going to Rose Chase. Hi, Rose. How are you? I'm in your energy right now as I'm tuning into you, Rose. And I'm going to take off with the comment you made about your jewelry. And what I'm picking up with you for the next little while, when I say little while, just this new moon energy, you're going to collapse into doing a lot of other creative things too, and nourishing yourself with, I don't know if you live by water, Rose, but I'm seeing you walking by water, even in some of these blustery midwinter times in Western New York. But I see you walking by water and soothing yourself, maybe with some soaking baths, but really using the next few weeks to not so much organize, but do kind of a brainstorming session with your jewelry making. And you're extraordinarily intuitive, Rose. I see you as just sitting there in your meditation and getting thoughts and ideas and shapes for your jewelry. And I could be so bold to say this, that there's someone on the other side of life that also is an inspiration for you. And you have some of her jewelry, some of her costume jewelry, some of her glitter stuff. This would be a grandmother. And that, the era of between the 1940s and the 1960s, you have some loose beads, and you have some other things. And sometimes you cycle or reuse different jewelry from different places and different people, and you make some beautiful designs, not just with jewelry, but I'm seeing some three-dimensional artwork. So that's the first message I want to share with you, Rose. The second one would be this. As we move forward in 2023, especially in May, you're going to be feeling more secure in your relationships with your significant others. You're going to be feeling a lot more safe and secure with your relationships. And I say plural, with the people you thought that you were kind of estranged from in the past 2 years. You're going to have some reunions and a lot more heartfelt connections with the people you love. Okay. All right. So, you do spirit inspired artwork. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's awesome, Rose. Well, I'm just getting that actually some of those spirits that help you with your artwork are also ancestors as well. Okay. And Susan's talking about, oh, wow. That's so wonderful. Michelle White Dove. Yes, I know. She was an extraordinary medium, and may she rest in peace. And she was a wonderful, wonderful medium at Lilydale indeed. Thank you for that, Susan. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading here. Okay, and I'm with Lynn Palmer. Lynn Palmer, my thumb came to you. And as I'm tuning into your energy, Lynn, I'm feeling that you're just crossing a line with a lot of difficulty in terms of making sure everyone feels safe around you, your family, your friends. It's almost like you've been overextending yourself, at least since, I want to say, October. There's always been this I get the sense of over worrying, over caring. Now, I'm not making a judgment on this. It's just that you are an empath. I'm getting that word empath, and empaths, that's what they do best, right? They take care of people, but that's coming to an end because you're saying, I just trust the universe. I trust the God of my understanding that, especially a young person, I feel it's a young man, he's going to be okay whatever I may do or not do. So I'm saying to you, Lynn, you can be less vigilant and more faithful. That a lot of your good works and your concern, your active concern, is going to reap some very good results for you, Lynn. As we go into, I get the word August with you, late July, when we go into the Leo time of the year, whether or not you have made this plan yet, I see some vacationing or something really fun and festive. It also might be a family reunion in late July and in August, but also a go away as well, a vacation, an adventure. It's going to be a very good summer, something you haven't had a chance to experience for a while because you've been on the front line of caring for the people around you. So I hope that resonates with you and makes some sense, Lynn. All right. There we go. Pretty good with the timing. I try to keep it right to the top of the hour for you, friends, so we all can get some good rest. I hope you join me tomorrow night for the new moon in Pisces. Everyone is invited. All the details are on my website. I hope you pick up Time Lords from CIA. I hope you consider coming to see me and Patricia on Sunday night, 7:30 at the Lilydale Astrology Cafe, our monthly get together. So much love to you and enjoy the evening. Get some good rest. Make your wish on the new moon. So if you want to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning on the 20th, I guess you could do that, but it might be easier to wake up fresh on Monday the 20th and make your affirmations, make your wishes. And this new moon, because it's in a water sign, when you make your manifestation goal, you want to feel it here in the heart. What would I feel like if I would have this goal fulfilled? What would I feel like if my beloveds were all taken care of? So there's feeling, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience. This is the feeling new moon. Many blessings. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8:30. Have a great week.